Okay. Hello, everyone. Can I see how people are doing today? Give me a thumbs up if you are doing good. Give me a holler. I'd say we're doing pretty good. So I want to welcome y'all to our awards luncheon today. We're going to be honoring a lot of amazing people and hearing from an amazing person. Before we begin, just a quick shout out. I would love to present this Champion for Justice level award to Centene Corporation. So Kate or Matt or someone from your company, can you guys just kind of come on up and grab this award?
No, you give it, but I want to take a picture. Yeah, come on. Come on.
Jenny, come on.
Come on.
Where's that? Oh. I think so.
Thank you, Centene.
Yes, thank you. Can we get a round of applause? Yes, amazing. I also want to give a very quick thank you to all of our other sponsors, Airbnb, Q90 Sill Suite, Waymo, Microsoft, and Relman Law, and our other partners and supporters. Okay, y'all with me still? Yeah? Okay, so this award ceremony is a really special event. We have 7 national awards that we give out every year, and it's our opportunity to recognize them and give thanks. One more thing, though, before we fully get started, I want to give a shout out to all of our Nichols staff who have been working here. Come on, I need it louder. They have been amazing. So we have Selena Campbell at registration, Denise Law, membership coordinator, Jessica Pedesfa, who's been running around doing advocacy, Angela Ellman, who's been working behind the scenes to make this all happen, Mary Kate Wells, our programs director, Ria Terashima, our bookkeeper, Bethany Baldwin, our project coordinator, and the one, the only, Theo Brady, our executive director. And we also have Eleanor Cantor, who's not here, but is a crucial part to making this all happen with social, emails, and the phone lines. So shout out to everyone there. And now I'm going to kick it over to Theo to get this thing started.
All right, can everybody hear me okay? Wasn't yesterday great? Oh, that was awesome. I get so much energy out of collective people coming together, and it was just so much energy that flowed from that event. It reminds you why we do what we do. And we get so busy working towards change, we sometimes forget how important it is for like-minded people to come together. So I just want to thank you all for that. I just want to again thank Centene Corporation. They continually support us, and we wouldn't be able to do this if not for that kind of support. So thank you all again. Oh, give it up, give it up, give it up. I want to again thank Carrie Gray, she's in, oh, there she go, for opening us up. Yesterday, that was wonderful. And again, what's important is for us to pass that baton to the young next generation. That is so important because we got to finish this race. And amen, amen. But today, we have another young leader. And I keep saying they're young, they're not all that young. but they are young adults who are really taking that baton and finishing the relay race. It's those individuals that I depend on, that we depend on, that Nickel depend on to do this work and finish the race. Today, we are hearing from the fabulous Keely Cat-Wells, right? Keely Cat-Wells. Let me say a few things about Keely. and I was just talking to her. And Keely and I were just showing up at the White House and other events, and I saw her, but I didn't know her, right? I saw her at a couple events, and one day she just walked up to me and introduced herself. And after that, I said, oh, I got to get to know this lady, right? And from that point on, I thought to follow her, and I saw the work that she was doing. And she's dynamic, and she's a visionary. And I'm just going to read a little bit about this, but I believe you all can read. So go to the website, Google her, Keely Cat-Wells, and really read about her, because her background is impressive. But a little bit here. Since becoming disabled in her teens, Keely has worked to advance disability rights. She is the CEO of Making Space, a talented and learning platform that equips disabled professionals with resources and opportunity to build meaningful careers. Under her leadership, Making Space partnered with NBC Universal, right? NBC Universal to place the first ever disabled host of NBC Sports, Paralympic broadcast for the Paris 2004, right? She partners with partnerships that include Indeed, Netflix, and Visa. Keely is, again, go read about her, right? Go read about her. But for right now, how about listening to her? All right, the fabulous Keely Cat-Wells. Please come on up.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're so welcome.
Thank you. You hear me okay? Is that on? I need some tech support. I need some tech support.
It should be on. Is it on? Test it.
I don't think it's... Is it on? There we go.
Yep.
Yay! Thank you. And Theo, thank you so much for such a kind and generous introduction. So I'm a little bit intimidated to be standing here today, because you are the very people that I learn from and that I look up to. I'm here today because of what you have built, because of the fight for independent living, for civil rights, and for belonging. I'm standing here with my sparkly cane beside me on the scaffolding that you have created. I'm very used to standing in rooms speaking to non-disabled people, trying to help them unlearn the tired media tropes of disabled people depicted as the villains, victims, and inspirations. To simply speak without having to explain, to talk about our rights and our brilliance as a given feels like an entirely different kind of responsibility. When I was asked to give this talk, and I've mentioned this to Theo, I really struggled with what I could possibly say that could be productive or even necessary. What do you say to the people who have built the space that you're now working in? To the people who have paved the way so I can walk or roll through those doors with a bit more power, a bit more protection, and a lot more purpose. This year's theme of the conference is Level Up, building tomorrow together. To me, it's about learning from the past, honoring the present, and investing in the future.
Yeah.
It's about listening to and learning from the next generation and the generation before. It's about looking up and looking across to each other. As we celebrate 35 years of the ADA, we honor how far we've come, but we also face the urgent truth of how much we stand to lose. Pride is protest, and now more than ever, we are called to show up, to speak out, and to push forward. That fight will look different to each of us, and that's the power of this movement. Every action, every voice, every refusal to back down, every way that we resist is valid. And together, we will not be silenced. For a long time, I was part of the problem, but I had no idea. I was raised on the mainstream myths that told us success looked a certain way, that power belonged to certain bodies, and that worth was tied to how productive we could be or how much we could produce. I thought disability was something to hide, maybe something to overcome, but definitely not something to be proud of. When I was younger, my grandpa used to say to me, "Strive to build a better mousetrap." He meant, if something's not working, come up with a better version. I was far too busy trying to pursue a career in ballet at the time to heed or understand what this meant. Little did I know, my entire world was about to be turned upside down, and his words would one day become my guiding principle. Growing up, I failed almost every single class. I was diagnosed with dyslexia at a young age, but that wasn't all of the reasons for my terrible performance. I was bullied very badly. My amazing mum was determined to find a space where I could fit in. She found a local dance class, and that studio very, very quickly became my second home. In my late teens, I danced my way into a prestigious dance academy in London. Dreams of pirouettes and grand jetés filled every thought. But one day, I woke up in a tremendous amount of pain. That pain got worse and worse, and it was the kind of pain that didn't leave. When I went to the doctors, I was dismissed again and again and again. Continuously told that all of my pain and all of my symptoms were due to stress and anxiety. Like so many in our community, I was gaslit, misdiagnosed, and traumatized by a system that refused to see me and believe me. I spent 4 years in the hospital, and during those years, I was used as a guinea pig for experimental surgeries and procedures. And today, I live with chronic illness, chronic pain, a permanent ileostomy, and also PTSD from the medical trauma that I endured. In the quiet, painful nights on the ward, I learned what it means to belong to a community that refuses to let anyone fall between the cracks. When I was 17 years old, I was moving between the children's ward and the adult gastro ward, where I was often the youngest by decades. I saw how people carved out space for each other when none was given. They shared knowledge, advocated for one another, and held up mirrors to remind each other of their worth. And in a world that often seeks to hide or erase us. That's where I first began to understand the power of collective care and how it can light the way forward when systems fail us. When I was finally well enough to leave the hospital, I took a trip to Los Angeles for a fresh start. I was determined to somehow find a pathway back into the creative industries that I loved so much, even though dance was not going to be a reality for me anymore. But soon into my new lease of life, I ended up getting a job, my dream job. But after disclosing my disability, I lost that job due to ableism. That was the moment I realized I am disabled. And for the first time, I deeply understood my new identity. I started to connect with others in the community, and they taught me about my rights, my own internalized ableism, and the disability rights movement, and so much more. So I did what many of us do. I built something out of necessity. I founded my first company, C Talent, a talent agency representing disabled creatives, disabled actors, writers, directors, and I called it C Talent because as disabled people, we usually don't get access to option A or option B, and we have to create our own option C. Our goal was to change the way the world viewed and defined disability, using the massive power of the entertainment and media industries. We were able to work with productions and placed talent on shows like Avatar, The Hunger Games, The Last of Us, and with major brands including Rihanna's Savage X Fenty, Disney, Amazon, and so much more. And the talent that we represented had a combined reach of over 50 million people. In 2022, C Talent was acquired in a landmark deal that marked the largest acquisition of a company specializing in disabled talent. This has helped.
Yeah.
Thank you. This has truly helped prove that we are not a cause. It proves the business case, that we are economically powerful. Companies can earn 28% more revenue, double the net income, and 30% higher profit margins. But you all know those stats. Yet, society would still much rather donate to disability than they would invest in it. And while I fully believe in shouting about our economic power, I also can't wait for the day where we don't have to continuously legitimize our existence in spaces based solely on that economic power.
Yeah.
We must encourage people to truly look at the human rights and civil rights perspectives. One of the greatest honors of my life was getting to represent Judy Human at C Talent. I often find myself thinking, if Judy were here today, what would she do? I don't believe she would wait for permission. She wouldn't wait for the government to prioritize us. She wouldn't wait for the next administration or the next press cycle or the next ally to stand up for us. Judy would organize. Judy would demand. Forced sterilization is still legal in over half of our country. Sub-minimum wage laws pay us pennies on the hour, declaring our labor and our lives worth less. Income and asset caps punish us for saving or earning too much, trapping disabled people in poverty. Airlines destroy 32 wheelchairs a day. No accountability. Disabled people are left behind in disasters, 2 to 4 times more likely to die because we are not prioritized in planning. Medicaid cuts and a lack of home and community-based services threaten to push disabled people back into institutions. States are attacking critical updates to Section 504, putting vital civil rights protections at risk. ADA rules are being dismantled quietly. Medicaid work requirements cut coverage. Nearly half of doctors admit to bias, leading to systemic discrimination in healthcare, which is far, far worse for those with intersectional identities. Affordable housing is disappearing, leaving disabled renters at greater risk of homelessness. Social security delays and clawbacks threaten our survival of disabled people. And so much more. So the question is, what will we do? We have to level up. After selling my first company, C Talent, I set out to tackle the unemployment crisis of disabled people, twice more likely to be unemployed and twice more likely to live in poverty. I founded Making Space, a talent and learning tech platform designed to provide free access to resources, opportunities, and education to disabled people. We also help companies hire, support, and retain disabled talent, and we're normalizing disabled people being experts in subjects beyond just disability. We're driving systemic change to employers, making workplaces and hiring practices more inclusive for everyone. To date, we've supported over 10,000 disabled professionals, and we've also partnered with companies like NBC Sports to train and place disabled talent, making history the first disabled people hosting the NBC Paralympics broadcast. We're also currently helping 100 disabled professionals in our Ascend Workforce Development Program and helping them increase their annual incomes by nearly $40,000. For many of us, entrepreneurship is a necessity. Disabled professionals are routinely shut out of traditional employment due to systemic barriers like inaccessible workspaces, discriminatory hiring practices, and a lack of accommodations. This exclusion leaves many of us with no other option but to create our own opportunities. Yet even then, we face a funding gap so severe that disabled founders are 400 times less likely to receive venture capital than non-disabled founders. Despite these odds, we continue to innovate and build businesses that not only drive economic impact, create jobs, but also challenge society's assumptions about what disabled people can achieve. I'm very proud that at Making Space, we've raised over $2 million in venture capital to scale our impact over the last year. Although it was not without being told that if I wanted to be successful, I should get a non-disabled male co-founder. At Making Space, we've also built Making Space Media, our storytelling division, because we truly believe that if we want to change the world, we have to change the narrative. Yes. We're telling stories that center the disabled voice. And our first documentary, Fight to Fly, was co-produced with Reese Witherspoon and her company, Hello Sunshine, and it exposes the violent reality of air travel for disabled people. Disabled-led storytelling that generated empathy over sympathy and triggered policy reform. We're also building Making Space AI, which transforms the lived experiences of disability into recognized, marketable skills, because navigating complex healthcare systems, innovating daily just to access basic rights, and adapting to environments not built for us, that is expertise. We're reframing what has long been seen as a disadvantage into a powerful competitive advantage that hiring managers can understand and recognize. And when we talk about AI today, it is often framed as this bold leap into the future. But disabled people have been here for a long time. Long before AI hit the mainstream, we were using screen readers to access information, voice assistants to navigate daily life, eye-tracking technology to communicate hands-free. Many of the foundations of modern AI, like speech-to-text and predictive typing, were originally created with disabled users in mind. And if we want AI to be truly ethical, it must be accessible. Otherwise, we risk hard coding the same barriers that we have spent decades working to break down. I truly believe to change the world, we have to change the way that we tell and listen to stories with accessible spaces and authentic voices. Stories shape laws. They shape policies, healthcare policies, practices, funding decisions. If people only see us as charity cases or statistics, they will continue to exclude us from boardrooms, budgets, and ballot boxes. But when they see us as leaders, as cultural forces, and as economic powerhouses, that's when we start to change everything. We have to use our voices unapologetically to educate, to celebrate, to call in, and to call out. We level up because of each other, because of those who came before, and because of those who are just beginning. Sometimes leveling up means taking space, and other times it means making space. The next generation of disabled leaders are already here, in our communities, in our classrooms, and in our waiting rooms, and in our protests. They need us to keep building that scaffolding. Visibility is power, and storytelling is our currency. I am proud of what we have built, but I know it is just a fraction of what's possible. I want to live in a world where disabled people don't have to fight for the basics, where we don't have to become advocates, where we don't have to argue for our humanity, where we're not pitied, we're not praised, but we're respected. This work has always been about people. People like Judy Heumann, like Ed Roberts, Kitty Cohn, Brad Lomax, Kelly Buckland, Justin Dart, Theo Brady. People who refuse to wait for permission to be seen. People who took to the streets, who occupied buildings, who crawled up those Capitol steps, and who told their stories and made sure that injustice was impossible to ignore. Let's keep learning from each other, up and down the chain, across every generation. Let's keep celebrating each other every day, loudly, joyfully, and often. Let's build a culture where wins are shared and not siloed, where success isn't scarce, where every award given today is a reminder that when one of us rises, we all rise. When we take up space on our screens, in our boardrooms, in policy meetings, we change who gets seen as a leader. We must continue to build coalitions across movements with racial justice organizers, climate activists, reproductive rights leaders, labor organizers, because every fight is a fight for disability rights. So let's do what Judy would do. Let's refuse to wait. Let's refuse to shrink, refuse to be erased. Show up loudly, proudly, unapologetically, and remind the world that we are not going anywhere. If 17-year-old me, newly disabled, very scared, very unsure of her place in the world, could have seen this room full of powerful disabled people, she would have seen what I see now. Community that refuses to leave anyone behind. A movement where brilliance multiplies. So to everyone in this room, thank you for your work, truly. Thank you for your vision. Thank you for making space for people like me. And thank you for trusting me to help make space for others. So I encourage you to build a better mousetrap for you and for our community. Thank you.
Let us refuse. I love it. I love it. Let us refuse to give up. Amen. Thank you so much.
Keely, that was absolutely amazing. I'm so amped up from that. Can we just say that we're going to take a quick sort of like 10-minute break, make sure you all get your food here, and then we're going to come back to some awards. So stay tuned. Okay, hello everybody. We're coming back up here. If I could get everybody to quiet down. And everybody quiet down, please. We are going to come back up on stage and give out some awards. Jim, isn't that digging of the glass like the groom and the bride have to kiss or something? Like, okay, hello everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back up here. If I could get everybody just to quiet down a little bit, we have some awesome awards to present right now. I know it's really hard after getting all your food and everything. Okay, I'm hearing a little bit of chatter on the left side of the room still, my left. So if y'all could quiet down over there. That's better. There we go. Okay, I like that. So now I'm going to introduce you to our Nickel member at large currently and Nickel board president-elect, Jason Belaungi, to start off our awards program. Jason?
All right. Everybody hear me okay? All right. How about another round of applause for our keynote speaker, Keely Cat-Wells?
Yeah.
Wonderful job. All right, the first of our national awards today is the Corey Rowley Award, which is a national advocacy award, and it's presented to individuals and or organizations or companies as selected by the Advocacy and Public Policy Committee. This year we have 2 award winners. The first winner is the Idaho Statewide Independent Living Council.
Yeah.
The Idaho Silk works to elevate the voices of people with disabilities by advocating for inclusion, independence, and community integration. Their mission is to remove systemic barriers and support Idahoans with disabilities in leading self-directed lives. Founded in 1993 and established as an independent state entity in 2005, the council includes up to 23 members reflective of Idaho's diversity and disability communities. Members actively engage with local, state, and federal lawmakers to promote financial independence, Medicaid access, behavioral health services, and home and community-based services. With a dedicated team of 4 people, the Idaho Silk leads efforts in outreach, education, financial literacy, emergency planning, and ongoing statewide needs assessment. They partner with organizations serving underserved and marginalized groups, recognizing that people with disabilities live in every Idaho community. And accepting the award today is the Silk Executive Director, Mel Levitan.
Come on up. With me. Yeah, we're going to back up. Where is she? Is she coming? Is she here? Oh, there she goes. Let's sort of face this way.
What's that?
Right on the side. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right. Our next award winner is Edward Mitchell. Edward was the victim of a hit-and-run bicycle accident in 2003 when he was hit by a truck, thrown into a ditch, and found by his little brother. Edward has quadriplegia with an incomplete spinal cord injury at the C5 and C6 levels. Edward crossed into the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity by way of the Beta Pi chapter on the campus of Lane College in 2008. He obtained his bachelor's degree in 2009 from Lane College, a private historically black college or university, and his MBA in 2011 from Union University. Edward hasn't slowed down as he works as the executive director of the statewide Independent Living Council of Tennessee, while serving on numerous boards. In 2018, Edward was selected as an inaugural ABLE advisor for the ABLE National Resource Center. ABLE accounts are tax-advantaged savings accounts for individuals with disabilities. In the summer of 2018, Edward was confirmed by both Republicans and Democrats of Tennessee testified before the Federal Senate Special Committee on Aging. The hearing titled Supporting Economic Stability and Self-Sufficiency as Americans with Disabilities and Their Families Age. Edward was inducted into the Lane College Hall of Distinction for the Young Alumni Achievement Award and was honored to accept the Jefferson Multiplying Good Award from Leaders Credit Union. Last but not least, Money published its inaugural list of changemakers, the 50 people impacting Americans' wallets. Edward was featured as one of the 2023 changemakers by Money magazine for his advocacy work to increase the age of able eligibility, Able Age Adjustment Act. With that, we welcome Edward to the stage.
Thank you. Would you like to say something, Edward? Mel, we forgot to ask you that, but we'll correct it. Go ahead. Let him say something first. I forgot all about that.
Good afternoon, Dragon Teeth. Thank you so much for this incredible recognition. I'm truly humbled and honored to be selected for this advocacy award. But let me be clear, this moment isn't mine alone. It's the result of many warriors that came before me and those that stood beside me. In Greek mythology, there's a legend about dragon teeth. When a dragon is slain, its teeth are scattered into the earth, and from those teeth, warriors spring forth. I stand here today, one of those warriors, sprouted from the dragon teeth of mentors, advocates, loved ones who planted seeds of strength, resilience, and purpose in me. This award affirms our collective work to advocacy, disability rights, and inclusion. It shines a light on the passionate advocates of Nickel, especially my beloved Region 4, who fight every day for accessibility, equity, and systematic change. Again, my journey was changed in March 29, 2003, when I was a victim of a hit-and-run accident and tossed in a cornfield for my brother to find. But that was only the beginning. I didn't let that set me back. I rose because of the dragon teeth that I was sold from, such as Glenn Barr, J-Sil's first executive director, believing in me at 17, sending me to my first Nickel conference with my nurse. That planted the early seeds of leadership. Later, I was selected from an essay contest from Mobility International USA, which sent me on a cross-cultural study abroad to Tokyo, Japan. Again, thank you, Dr. McClure, for ensuring Lane College, a prestigious HBCU, was accessible for a student like me to fully live like any other student and be a part of the community, and as well, pledge a fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. To my mother, Simone Mitchell, and father, thank you for your unwavering love. To my brother, you didn't wallow in pity. You all fought hard ensuring that I received the best rehabilitation and ensuring that my career growth from a dean of students to a fan relations coordinator in minor leagues baseball, as well as settling into the nonprofit world, were seamless. To Beth James and the Jackson Center for Independent Living, thank you for transforming me into the IL specialist and outreach coordinator, helping me see the other side of the independent living other than being a board member. These experiences led into me becoming an inaugural ambassador for Able NRC and testifying for the Able Age Adjustment Act. And again, all these different seeds helped plant into me the Money magazine and being a worthy 100 recipient. One of the sharpest dragon's teeth in my life is Theo Bradley, who told me sometimes you have to get uncomfortable. He ushered me into my current role as the executive director for the statewide Independent Living Council. But I didn't get here alone. I was polished and sharpened by other dragon teeth, such as Mel in Idaho, the Silk director, Jeremy Morris in Ohio, Dr. Anderson, Silk director in Arkansas, and probably someone's phone who melted because of my phone call and emails, Paula McAwee. Now I know you're probably wondering why I keep saying dragon's teeth. It's because our advocacy roots come from somewhere. As dragons come before us have faded, their memories don't. What they leave behind are their teeth planted in the ground, sprouting new warriors. We are those warriors. We are integrated into organizations, movements, communities. We rise with their knowledge and continue the independent living philosophy. Nothing about us without us. Judy Heumann and other powerful voices featured in the PBS documentary, Change Not Charity, would be proud of how far we've come, but let us not forget, the work is far from over. Each of us carries a responsibility to continue sowing dragon's teeth,
Yes.
planting seeds of advocacy, resilience, and justice that will rise up as the next generation of warriors for disability rights. Thank you for this honor. Thank you for believing in the power of dragon's teeth.
All right. Ed, back up. Come this way just a little bit. Mel, did you want to say a few words? We apologize for overlooking that. I don't know where you're at, but give out a yell if you do. Okay. Oh, is she coming? Okay, let's acknowledge that. We apologize for that.
You're the first person to ever apologize for not giving me a mic. Again, I'm Mel. I'm from the Idaho State Independent Living Council. I just want to say our council is a bunch of freaking rock stars, just like everybody in this room.
Yeah.
They are amazing people who are constantly contacting local legislators, local policymakers from little dinky towns all the way to here. And it's an ongoing struggle just in the state we're in. A lot of people are in the same state we're in. So the reason I went ahead to take a mic is, one, to recognize all those folks, because they do phenomenal work. Just like everybody in here. Y'all can't wait. None of us can wait. Waiting is over.
All right.
Home and community-based services have to survive. For us to survive. It's gonna take everybody. It's gonna take getting out of where you're comfortable. It's gonna take talking to people you don't like. It's gonna take all that and more. It's gonna take everybody in here.
All right.
Everybody in here. And I don't care if you have some problem with somebody in here from last week or last night or last year or last damn decade or 15 decades ago, because there's some people in here that might be that old. Everybody. There's no more time for this mentoring bullshit.
Yeah.
Everybody. It's peer-to-peer. Everybody in this room is my peer, and I need you. We need you. Everybody. That's how our council works. That's how Nickel works. That's how everybody works, is with all of us. Because if it ain't all of us, then it's none of us.
All right.
Told ya.
We almost missed that. I'm so glad we did. Thank you so much. All right. Let's move on. Our next award is the Diana Vease Award. It goes to Claire Adams. Claire, start making your way up while I read this. Claire Adams is the recipient of the NCIL 2025 Diana Vease Award. She is a Pride autistic advocate from Tucson, Arizona. Claire serves as the chair of Arizona Statewide Independent Living Council. She recently graduated from the University of Arizona with a bachelor's degree in rehabilitation studies and services. She is a former self-advocate trainee with the Arizona Leadership Education in Neurodevelopmental and Related Disability. Claire has been involved in initiatives relating to bullying prevention, alternatives to guardianship, and inclusive health research for intellectually and developmentally disabled individuals. She is also a recipient of the Advocacy Award from Disability Right Arizona. Claire is dedicated to promoting the neurodiversity and independent living movement and empowering disabled leaders for generations to what? Come. So Claire, where are you? Where are you at? Oh, she didn't want to come up? Okay. Thank you, Claire. Do you get a picture? Get a picture if you can, okay?
Once we finish,
Oh, yes.
and try to find her.
All right, we'll make sure we get a picture of you, Claire. Next up, it's possibly one of my favorites, and that is the Judy Human Advocacy Award. I think I said this last year, but Judy Human, the last communication with me was about nickel and how to connect the young generation to the older generation. That was the last conversation I had with her, and about 4 weeks later that she passed on. And I recorded that, and it's dear to my heart, and I keep that recording. So this award means something to me very much. And it goes to Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson. From the Maryland Statewide Independent Living. Let me read about Janet. Janet Jackson is a dynamic advocator, educator, innovator, and motivator. I like that. All right, for over 40 years, she has been an agent of change and recognized as one of the most prominent voices advocating for the rights of individuals with disabilities in Maryland. Janet joined the disability community in 1984. You old, Janet. At the age of 24, after being struck by a car, Janet quickly realized that there was a lack of support for women with disabilities, and this is where her mission began. All right, Janet spent 7 years in college earning a 4-year degree, 2 AA degrees, a Bachelor of Art degrees, and a master. You got all kind of degrees, Janet. Master of Science degrees. Also, she could create a mentoring organization for women with young ladies and disabilities. And I'm going to stop there because you got about 3 or 4 more things up here to read. But let's bring up Janet Jackson. Janet, please say a few words. Is that microphone position well for you? Can somebody help her?
Thank you. See, Theo's gonna get me in trouble. Cause you guys expected me to sing? That ain't gonna happen. My name's Janice Jackson, not Janet Jackson.
What I said? Oh, I'm sorry. I always call her Janet Jackson. I'm sorry.
Everybody does, right? But good afternoon. President Theo, Nichols Board of Directors, and conference attendees. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, Nichols, for this profound honor. Receiving the Judy Human Award is truly humbling. First, because I had the opportunity to meet Judy and work with her on projects. And secondly, because she is my mother. And everyone's in his mother for disability rights movement. Come on, that's right, give it up. Judy Heumann, as many of you know, didn't advocate just for disability rights. She embodied them. She was, to quote her own notable words, unwilling to accept what she was told she could be. And she always got in trouble about it. The trouble, Congressman John Lewis stated, get in trouble, necessary trouble, and help redeem the souls of America. Her refusal to be silenced, her unrelenting drive to challenge the status quo, paved the way for all of us in here today.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. This award, in recognition of my 40 years, Theo, I won't forget you call me old, my 40 years of advocacy, serves as a powerful reminder of my passion of helping to ensure all individuals with disabilities in the state of Maryland are able to have their voices heard on issues that are important to them, have their views and wishes genuinely considered when decisions are being made about them, and to have protection and the promoting of their rights. I don't think they stated this, but in my bio, it states that I joined the disability community in 1984 at the age of 24 after being hit by a car. 1 minute, able-bodied woman, and the next minute, a woman living with a disability. And like many others before me, I asked that famous question, why, Lord me, why? Why? I asked him this over and over, but the answer never came. It didn't come immediately. You see, this is not my introduction into the disability community. In 1980, my cousin at the age of 15 dove off of my brother's back in Sandy Point Beach. A year later, my brother was hit by a car and left a wheelchair user. 3 years later, I was hit by a car and left a wheelchair user. And recently, my cousin was in a car accident 4 months ago, and now he's in a wheelchair. So my family has really suffered a lot. But along with that suffering came support. Family support that tried to make sense of 4 family members joining the disability community. My brother and my cousin, because of their introduction into the disability community, I witnessed all type of attitudinal and architectural barriers. My family really endured. Remember the question I asked? Lord, what am I going to do from this wheelchair? My answer came very quickly while I was still in rehabilitation and my rights were being denied and my voice was silenced. At that point, I knew my accident was not going to be in vain. I wanted to advocate not only for myself, but for those who could not advocate for themselves. I wanted to teach and empower those in my new community, especially women. So unlike my cousin and brother, I relocated to Baltimore in search of a disability community, a disability family, the IL knowledge, and just being around peers. I relocated because I had more opportunities in Baltimore, and I knew that my mission had started. in search of the power I needed, in search of the knowledge I needed. I spent years just indulging myself in our community. I'm sure if Judy Heumann were in my situation, the fight in her would have made the same decision. You see, Judy, as being my mother of our disability movement, I inherited that fighting spirit. I knew that I wouldn't be silenced. So I continued to just work hard, and I really got involved in working on legislation, developing programs, advocating for accessible design, mentoring advocates and activists. I still work very hard on a lot of barriers that we still face in education, employment, transportation, housing. But the biggest fight that I've had to endure over these 40 years is changing the mindsets of our society that too often view disability as a tragedy rather than a natural part of human diversity. This wonderful award today and my achievements are truly a reflection of a collective effort. Unwavering support and inspiration received throughout my journey by many. It is important for me to express gratitude to those who have been very impactful in my life, such as my family, my significant other Dennis, my friends, my amazing wing queens and volunteers, my mentors, my colleagues, my Maryland Silk family over there in the corner, the Maryland Seals, and many other organizations. This wonderful award and my achievements are truly a reflection. Oh, I did say that. Okay, we're going down. Yeah, Theo, I'm old. I need some more glasses. Leave me alone. Fast forward 40 years into my journey, and guess what? My wheels are still on the ground. That's right. And my questions for you, where the fans at?
All right.
Where the fans at? And I don't mean this fan.
Boots on the ground.
I don't mean this one. Where the fans of justice? Where you? Come on now. You can do. I know you ate lunch, but you can do better than that. All right. Where the fans of equality?
Yeah.
Where are the fans of inclusion?
Yeah.
These fans are in this room, in your neighborhoods, in the state, and in our nations. So we have to not only keep our feet on the ground, we need to keep our canes on the ground, our service dogs on the ground, our walkers on the ground.
All right.
We need to keep all of these things in our community so we can continue to break down these architectural and attitudinal barriers. And in closing, I'd like to recite a poem that I wrote. And this poem is called A Change Has Come. A change has come to those of us who can't talk, see, walk, or run. A change has come, so let it be that we have a voice and we are free. A change has come when we won't hear. You can't have a voice because of fear. Fear, oh fear, how you destroy the chance to freedom that we're looking for. We speak with dignity, we speak with pride. The time has come, and our voices can no longer hide. We have been waiting and waiting to come through the door, to be a part of our community, and so much more. So change can only come as people begin to trust. You see, you're not silencing our limitations, you're silencing us. So please, oh please, be an agent of change to put in our reach, inclusion to gain. Thank you so much. Thank you, Theo. Thank you so much.
Janet, right back here real quick.
I
Janice.
sit next to you. You call me old.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
You're gonna live that one down.
You better watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Don't go too far.
I got it.
There you go.
You're not gonna lay that one down.
Yeah, well,
Right.
you know you old.
Huh?
Look,
Oh, okay.
can you get it?
Thank you.
Boots on the ground, though.
Boots on the ground.
Oh, Lord.
That's right. Got it.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Oh, thank you.
You next. Oh, that's one. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got too many papers up here. Give me a second. Janet, you wrote a book. Oh, my goodness. Janice. Oh, okay. This one. This award is an awesome award. It was one time called the DEI Award, but we felt that didn't really justify what it really was all about. And so we changed it to the John Lewis Good Trouble Award. The John Lewis Good Trouble Award, and as I was thinking about that, the only person who came to mind that has demonstrated this is the great Carrie Gray. You heard from her yesterday morning. All right, Carrie Gray, please come up as I read it. Carrie Gray is a dynamic entrepreneur, facilitator, cancer survivor, and a passionate advocate for racial and disability justice. As the CEO of Ignite by Carrie Gray, she is dedicated to fostering professional communities that are intentional, and that word is so important, and equitable, and a strong focus on racial and disability justice education. She is the founder of the National Alliance of Melanie Disabled Advocates, NAME Advocate, an organization that is reshaping social justice movement, the approach to ableism, and building cross-movement and solidarity with disabled leaders of color. Carrie has spearheaded impactful projects like the Beyond Diversity Initiative, a 7-month program that equipped leaders with tools to advance organizational culture and policies. Her consultant work includes collaboration with major entities like Golden Voice and the Coachella Valley Music and Art Festival, for whom she is, flip that for me, will you? She designed the Accessible Job Challenge Program, a career development program for disabled professionals of color, working to live events industry. Her career highlights include recruiting approximately 4,000 professionals for over 100 organizations and Fortune 500 companies, and designing programs that have helped over 1,000 professionals secure competitive employment and build influential network. Carrie's work has garnered attention from major publications and media outlets such as Teen Vogue, the New York Times, People Magazine, Time Magazine, PBS NewsHour, and Diet Coke campaign, and so on and so on and so on. Carrie has such a dynamic background, and she is deserving of the first John Lewis Good Trouble Award.
What's good, Nickel? What's good? I ain't gonna say too much because y'all heard from me yesterday, but I'm gonna see if y'all picked up a little hip hop since then. I'm different, yeah, I'm different. I'm different, yeah, I'm different. I'm different, yeah, I'm different. Come on, y'all. Listen to some 2 Chainz. No. In all honesty, I want to say thank you so much for having me receive such an honor. I was not expecting it at all, and it means everything to be in front of my community. I want to give a lot of gratitude. I think of folks like Ria from Nickel, who taught me how to speak some Japanese when we went to Japan for the first time, studying IL movement across the globe. I think about Tim from Nickel. You know, Tim introduced me to Chance the Rapper's coloring book album. You know, I want to encourage us in the midst of this movement to make friends, to be able to call onto one another in the midst of this protest and the journey, and also because life. And I'm very, very thankful for the amount of friends and people that I've connected over the years. So with that, I want to go ahead and once again call into your authenticity, call into your courage, call into your space that is unashamed to be out and open for your people and your community. I want to encourage you to lean into that more and more because we need it, every single one of us. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Awesome. They don't like her. All right. You know, start dancing over here. Thank you so much. All right, girl. Thank you for your sacrifice. I love this. Go ahead, David.
All right. Up next is the Frank Harkin Memorial Award in memory of Senator Tom Harkin's brother Frank. We have two award winners this year, selected by President Kent Crenshaw. Excuse me. Our first winner is the Disability Rights Education and Defense Fund, or DREDF.
Yeah.
DREDF is a leading national cross-disability law and policy center founded in 1979 as a unique alliance of disabled adults and parents of children with disabilities. As a recognized leader in the disability rights and independent living movements, DREDF's mission is to advance the civil and human rights of people with disabilities through legal advocacy, training, education, public policy, and legislative development. DREDF focuses its work on issues in which disability, poverty, race, ethnicity, gender, immigration status, and LGBTQIA+ status intersect and operates in a manner consistent with the core principles of diversity, equality of opportunity, accessibility, and inclusion. In recent months, DREDF has emerged as a critical and trusted source of information for the community on new and ongoing threats to longstanding disability rights programs and protections. And with that, we welcome two folks up to receive the award today.
Hey.
Hi, my name is Michelle Uzetta. I'm the interim executive director at DREDF. Thank you on behalf of DREDF's staff and board. And I just want to acknowledge Carol Tyson, who many of you know. Carol does an immense amount of work here in DC on behalf of DREDF and the disability rights and disability justice agendas. At a time when we are really facing historic amounts of harm, it's really important to have spaces like this to come together, uplift each other. We can't trust our government. We can't trust existing systems. We have to do some intentional, affirmative, cross-movement solidarity and coalition building in order for us to move forward. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your sacrifice. I appreciate you.
All right, our next award winner is Anna Perng.
She's not here. Yeah.
Anna's not here, but I still want to read the statement. Anna is a disabled Asian American advocate who recently served as the White House Office of Public Engagement Senior Advisor for Aging and Disability during the Biden-Harris administration between 2023 and 2025. She was a special advisor in the Administration for Community Living in the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services from 2021 to 2022. During the pandemic, Anna helped establish the Philadelphia COVID-19 Health Equity Coalition, a grassroots initiative to connect diverse community groups, faith groups, and leaders with independent pharmacies, federally qualified health centers, and health partners to establish culturally and linguistically accessible education and vaccine clinics. When vaccines were scarce, she volunteered to help family nurse practitioner Tariq Khan vaccinate hundreds of disabled people and caregivers in their homes and communities across southeastern Pennsylvania. After the Philadelphia Department of Public Health launched their home vaccination program, Anna developed training in partnership with deaf and disabled leaders around cultural safety and best practices for city staff and vaccine partners. Prior to joining ACL, she was an appointee to the Obama-Biden administration at the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. When Anna became a parent of two wonderful children with multiple disabilities, a federally qualified health center asked her to help establish a safety net for immigrants with disabilities. She co-founded Chinatown Disability Advocacy Project, a community of immigrants with disabilities, families, service providers, community-based organizations, and government partners advocating for systemic change, language access, disability justice, and inclusion in the greater Philadelphia area. Anna served on the Philadelphia Mayor's Commission on People with Disabilities and helped the Philadelphia Parks and Recreation Inclusion Work Group, which works toward inclusive, accessible programming and employment opportunities across one of the largest parks and recreation systems in the country. With that, let's give another round of applause for Anna.
Let me also say this about Anna. When I came on as NICL Executive Director, Anna made sure that every White House event that was at the White House, I received a personal invitation to be there. And that was amazing to me because she did not know me, right? We just became quick friends, and she made sure that NICL had a voice at the highest level in the country. So thank you, Anna.
All right, and then next is the President's Award, which I am going to present on behalf of Kent, who wasn't able to make it today. And I want to give a quick round of applause for Kent for his last few years of service.
Yeah.
So this year's President's Award goes to Jim Warren.
Yeah.
Jim is an educator, advocate, and filmmaker of the Ogallala Lakota Sioux Nation. Jim earned a BS from Arizona State University and an MS from San Diego State University. Jim created continuing education programs at SDSU Interwork Institute from 1993 to 2015. He has written over $50 million in grants and contracts for universities and tribal nations. Currently, Jim is Community Engagement Director at the University of South Dakota Center for Disabilities, Oyate Circle, Sanford School of Medicine. Jim is a president of Warrior Society Development, LLC. He consults for various government agencies and tribal nations, including as affiliate with Arizona College of Medicine Sonoran Circle of Indigenous Empowerment. Jim helped create the USD Oyate Circle, the Arizona Circle of Indigenous Empowerment, and other university programs. Jim's work is focused on disability and Indigenous health access. Jim is a motivational speaker. Experience includes congressional testimonies, workforce access, film production, actor and stuntman, professional football, youth camps, organizational development, and higher education administration. Jim's Gen 7 Film Productions produced Seventh Generation, an award-winning documentary through Amazon Prime Video. His Emmy-nominated film, Oyate Un Itapwe, Pictures of My People, was featured on NFL Fox pregame show, and Fox Voices Remember the Children and My Native America are also award-winning films. So that we now present the award to Jim. Is Jim?
Jim. I love this guy. I love him. Jim. Yeah, look, you got to pick that thing up. Look.
Wopila, Washtelo. Thank you so much for this great honor. It's a wonderful time to be here in a room full of warriors.
Yeah.
And this is what you represent. The rolling warrior that's been mentioned many times today, Judy Heumann. She left a lot of wheel prints. Whatever print we leave, footprint, wheel print, prosthetic print, whatever print, we all have to make those prints more than ever in this climate that we're living in today.
Yeah.
As an indigenous person, we are under attack for the past 500 years, to be quite honest. But as you remember last year, I was on a panel and I asked how many tribal members are in this room today? And there were none except for me. Mm-hmm. I'd like to say that I brought 4.
Yeah.
And we all represent disability in our own way. Unfortunately, as indigenous people, we have the highest rate of disability than any other culture in what we now call America. Mm-hmm. And that's by design, to be quite honest. And I've chosen 2 cultures to work in where warriors are needed. And that's the disability culture and the indigenous cultures of this land.
All right.
We share those intersections. We are under attack. And that is more important now, the work that we do together as allies. Indian, non-Indian, whatever we are, whatever we choose to call ourselves, now is more than important that we all stand together, sit together, whatever our situation is, because in our languages, none of our indigenous languages have a word for disability or handicap. That does not exist. We are human beings.
All right.
We are the people.
All right.
Regardless of our situation. And if we're fortunate to become elders, I'm an elder now, I didn't get the memo, hey. But I do this work for my Takoja, my grandson, because I may not see it in my lifetime,
All right.
but he is going to see it in his lifetime, because as a society, this room of allies, this room of warriors is going to make that difference. And collectively, we will do it together. We will do it together. Halamia Washtelo. I'm here to honor my people, the Oglala Lakota, and all indigenous people, and all people that we now have this situation that the American language likes to call disability. It's all part of the life cycle.
Yeah.
This is what we are. We all have those uniquenesses, and let's celebrate that difference because it's all about part of the human experience. Palamia Washte for this wonderful honor. I accept it as Jim Jr. My dad was the strongest man I knew. He just happened to use a wheelchair. And that's why I'm here. And now that I have my disabilities, it's just part of the natural cycle. So I got a little fired up, but I love being around IL because this is what we're about, is advocating and fighting for those future generations. Thank you for the work that you do. Woo!
Oh, my goodness, my goodness. I love you, brother. I love you, man.
Am I sucking it in?
Thank you, brother.
so
God bless you, man.
Whoopie-la.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I love you, guy. You know, keep doing what you're doing. All right. And finally, the final award of this afternoon will be presented. Right. The award. Which award is this? Yes, the Mike Starkoff Award. I apologize. Unfortunately, the person that was supposed to receive it, Representative Jim Langevin, will receive the Mike Starkoff Lifetime Achievement Award. He is not here, unfortunately, but we will make sure that he receives it. And as you recall, last year, is Colleen here? Colleen is here somewhere. Okay. Anyway, that is the wife of this ward was named after Matt Starkoff, and unfortunately, Jim is not here to receive it. But we will again make sure he gets it. So I think that might be the end of this, unless Jenny has something else.
1:45, we have the annual meeting.
Okay. All right.
Announce that.
Go ahead.
You are really tall, Jim. Or else I'm really short. I don't know, one way or the other. Doesn't matter. Okay, well, thank you all so much for joining us at this awards luncheon. We do have our annual meeting at 1:45 in about 15 minutes. So feel free to stay, hang out, listen, and enjoy the rest of the day. And then we have some workshops and a celebration tonight. So we will see you all soon. Thank
Before
you.
Before you go, let's give another round of applause for all the award winners. Thank you, thank you, thank you.